Oh shoot, we on? I guess we are here, man. What's up? Oh, you going Farouk going full radical because Trump's no longer in office.
Yeah.
you came out full radical mode. The Muslim ban is lifted. Saeed with the shades, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what? We using my full government name today, bro. We using the full Farouk Amin Al Saeed. We using the full government.
Oh, see, I wasn't even down with the Amin. Farouk Amin Al Saeed in the building. Oh, first of all, what's up, y'all? This is welcome to This Week in White Supremacy. This is, just off top, this is not gonna be our last episode. I know some people said we voted out white supremacy today. That's not correct, but we're gonna. My name is Jasiri X. I am the co-founder and CEO of One Hood Media. To my right, coming to us live and direct. You know what I'm saying? From Georgia. What's up, Miracle?
Hi, I'm Miracle. I'm a director of policy and advocacy here at One Hood. Your resident, Southern correspondent. The better half of the Wonder Twins, apparently the only representative of the Wonder Twins. But it's okay though. Like, we're still processing shots.
My name was just Farouk of the Wonder Twins. That's side of the Wonder Twins, but I changed it.
Well, you changed it, so clearly it's not the same anymore. But it's okay.
There's a Rockford.
Black women, we do the work and then we just throw it away, but it's fine.
Damn.
Stop that, Miracle. Stop that,
Miracle. It's a new day, Miracle. We have a black woman in DC, Miracle. It's a new day. Farouk Amin Rockford. What's all that?
Nah, Farouk Amin Ibn Rockford Al Saeed. My dad's name is Rockford. Ibn is son of.
Okay.
So listen, I'm here, bro. If you get me, I'm here because clearly we voted out white supremacy, but no one told us.
I don't think they told.
No one told us.
I don't think they told Biden either. Or President Biden.
Yeah.
Trouble, what's up, man?
It's Trouble NLS. Never lose sight. We're on some next level shit every day, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, it's interesting. A lot of celebrating today. A lot of folks happy, a lot of selfies with the TV, you know what I'm saying? So like
people were doing that. That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
I mean, a lot of like pausing the TV. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of like daughters standing next to Kamala. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of and that is history. We want to acknowledge that. But it was a lot of it's a ceremony. So like, what did y'all think? I mean, just off top, like, do you feel
Wednesday
like,
for me?
Like Van Jones said, like he felt like a weight was lifted, and this was a moment. I mean, you use your full government. Obviously, it ain't another day. Do y'all feel like? In a sense, no, for real, because like we did organize folks. All of us was out there. We was organizing folks around the election. You was organizing folks on the ground. Miracle for the Georgia Senate. Both Warnock and Ossoff were also sworn in today. So is it a feeling of like, yo, we did that? Or is it a feeling of like, let's get to more work? How y'all feeling?
Exhausted because it's like, let's get to more work. Like, we already got to figure out how many executive orders didn't get signed today that were supposed to get signed. We got to figure out like how many days. Is it 100 days from today? Is it 100 days from tomorrow? It's just like a lot. It's just like more work. It is what it is. I miss the 2008 optimism, the ability to be like, let me be so happy. And Obama just took away our happiness.
He did.
So.
Michelle, but she stunned. Michelle stunned on you, but. Yeah, 2008, we was part, like, you couldn't tell us nothing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, 2012 wasn't the same, but yeah, I do feel like, there's some cynicalness. You were saying something, long name?
Long name.
I just want to know why Bobby Smurder ain't get pardoned, man.
Hey, straight like that.
I just want to know why Bobby Smurder didn't get pardoned, man.
He wasn't able to, go take a picture with Trump or like,
I guess. I mean, I'm happy Kodak home. I'm happy Kodak home, but I
mean, Kodak, you kind of like begged for it. I mean, like, you know, like oh shit.
I mean, don't nobody want to be there.
Was that Kodak dog?
That
was T'Challa because he was like, no, y'all, no. I believe that Bobby Smurder is on state charges and not federal charges, and that's why he can't get a commutation.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, Miracle.
Our legal correspondent. I got you.
There you go.
Well, I don't want to get into the pardons as of yet. How was you feeling, Trouble? I mean, what was you thinking?
So I was watching this, and I'm like, when is he gonna stop acting? It seemed like he was trying to like get that money shot the entire speech. You feel me? And it's like, how do you really feel? That's how I feel after watching that entire thing. It's like, what are you actually about to do? What do you actually stand for? And what's really real? This whole thing seems just like so political. It's just like theatrics the entire way.
And that's really what a ceremony is. I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, people. I mean, can Joe Biden come up there like, now what, Trump punk ass bitch? Like, you lost, nigga. Remember when you said
is it cool? Is it cool if I call him bitch ass Biden?
Well, why would you do that though?
I don't know. I mean, it just seemed appropriate to me.
But I'm just saying, I think, like, of course Biden isn't going to go up. Of course, Kamala not going to kick, Mike Pence and his wife down the steps. I mean, they might want to do that, but just like you said, that's the ceremony. The ceremony is, and the reality is, like you said, Trouble, like, this is a week after the Capitol got stormed. It's like, you have to show, they had to show, like, we're together, like, a lot of this is about restoring people's faith in the American system. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the stock market went up right away. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, Democrats, Republicans, they're back together. There's some semblance of like a peaceful transition. So you're 100% right. Like, it was a ceremony. It was like what you wearing. Like, Kamala had on her purple. You know what I'm saying? I guess purple was the color of the day. I don't know if Michelle was like burgundy or something. So it was about that. It definitely wasn't about like, and with that theatrics, you would probably say that the young sister, Amanda Gorman, was the highlight. Because when it came to like theatrics, I mean, she came, she read her poem, it was powerful, J-Lo came and did her thing. I know there was some, what, she didn't do her thing, bro? J-Lo was there. Can I say Lady Gaga? Did Lady Gaga have a gold microphone? Did she bring that herself, or that was kind of hard? You know what I'm saying? But so it was theater, and this is exactly what you said. This is political theater. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said more quotes from Amanda Gorman than Biden's speech, and that's okay with me. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, Biden's speech was kind of whack, man. He was up there looking like death, like sunlit death, man. Like, yo, that nigga old.
I mean, like, he's 78, I think. Is he 78?
178 at least.
Here y'all go again,
man. Yo,
he is the oldest president. Like,
yeah,
that,
man.
He's the oldest person. So he is old. But if something happens to Biden, we don't wish nothing happened to Biden. We hope that he does his thing. But
I'm not wishing death on nobody.
Black woman. It's a black, Kamala is, young. Kamala was looking fresh and clean, and the second gentleman was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, Kamala's young. I mean, no.
I'm not saying she's not. She looks great. Kamala,
I saw something that said,
black on crack.
Anybody else have a comment on Biden's speech? Because I saw some Fox News commentator said it was the best inauguration speech he had ever seen.
They're hyping
like,
it.
Cap.
That's all. That's all this. That's all that.
Straight cap.
He gotta go out, and just like you said, Trouble, he gotta go out there and talk unity. You think this dude wants to unify with Trump and McConnell? No, of course not. But he gotta go. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe because, like somebody had said, Biden got more in common with Trump than he got with us. Somebody had said, I don't know who.
2 years in,
I feel like
2 years in.
My thought is, if they're really about unity, they would like abolish the political parties completely. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on it. It's like if you really want to unite people, you would get rid of what's been dividing them the entire time. You know what I'm saying?
And you would, and I think you would, like eliminate the electoral college. You would just say, "Yo, we just gonna have a popular vote. The person with the most votes wins." You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and so, purple, gold, and white for women's suffrage. I didn't know that. And like I said, I heard Kamala had like black designers. I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was, you know, it was a cool ceremony. Now, did y'all see Trump's speech? Like Trump's like, "Yo, I'm out" speech. What did y'all? Yeah. How did y'all feel about Trump's "Yo, I'm out"?
I mean, you know, it was a lot of coded MAGA. You know, a lot of coded MAGA. A lot of, you know, we did. You know, I gave my people law and order. I gave my people equal opportunities for education. I gave my Americans, you know, all this equality.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, who received equality under your 4 years, my nigga? Like, even your constituency didn't. Like, the billionaires you pardoned got some, but it got, you know, I thought it was very interesting. Almost virtually the first thing he said was Chinese virus affected the country. I think that was 3 minutes in. He said something about the Chinese virus. And then, you know, he went on some very anti-Islamic rhetoric. Talk about we have a new dawn for the Middle East. He killed the largest terrorist in the world. I'm like, nah, nigga, Barack Obama's still living.
Oh, wow. That's how we started.
I'm just saying, like, you didn't kill the largest terrorist in the history of the world, nigga. The last president before you was the largest terrorist in the world.
Obama's boy just got voted president. They taking your whole government name right now.
Listen, man, you know, like,
we're gonna lock somebody up.
Listen, I mean, you had a whole war criminal. You succeeded a whole war criminal, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, and that's really every American president, brother. I mean, and we can get into
that's a fact.
We can get into that. But yeah,
the drone strikes and all the stuff that made Obama a terrorist. We could talk about it.
Absolutely, and like you said, I mean, I think with Trump, it is like, you know, Trump can't say. I mean, but if the Chinese virus was so bad, or, you know, what you called it, COVID-19. If it was so bad, why didn't you tell people to put a mask on? If it was so bad, like, why didn't you lock down the country when you had a chance? I think it was like the Netherlands announced, like, they just opening it up, they virus free, they back to normal.
New Zealand just had a concert with 20,000 people. Like, basically all of Oceania is great. Like Taiwan, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, you know, that whole area is great, man.
So I mean, that's the thing. Fire from the
Miracle. I'll take the bullets for you, Miracle. I'll be right here like this.
No, he's doing that because he tried to throw me away at the beginning. See, ladies, you gotta watch the game. You see, don't fall for it.
Stop that, Miracle. Why can't you just let me love you in public?
Because you don't love me like you should. So I can't just take the scraps.
I'm hurt. I'm wounded.
I guess we can get into these parts. Yeah. Let's we can get into these pardons. You had mentioned. Did you mention? Oh, you mentioned Kodak. But I mean, like, does that mean anything? I mean,
first thing I did when I woke up was listen to Kodak. I listened to Kodak before I went to the gym.
I saw Black Caesar put out Harry O. I think he was the dude that like was the founder of Death Row Records, or somehow like the money behind that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it matter that, like, you know, Kwame Kilpatrick, like, there were black people that had, you know, drug sentences that got pardoned? Does that mean anything at this point?
Trump is Trump being smart, man. It's Trump being smart.
I mean, what? It's not like Kodak. Is Kodak Black gonna influence somebody to vote for Trump?
No, Kodak's not. But, you know, the fact that he pardoned all these drug dealers, the fact that he pardoned all these people, you know, Lil Wayne and everybody like that, like, it reaffirms that anchorage that he's trying to establish within the black community. Clearly, he has a lot of black supporters. Yeah, black men love Trump, man. Black men love Trump. Hoteps love Trump, man.
Y'all do.
Kumar love Trump.
Because I see some Instagram.
Be there too. Come on now. But
I've seen
it looks like
Instagram.
Oh, you seen some Instagrams where people like thank you Trump for
Yeah,
Lil
because
Wayne?
like I'm not gonna call y'all weak as link, so I am gonna say is y'all know how to organize because a lot of y'all were like, see, Trump is the real one. That's why Trump didn't know. There are thousands of Black men still in federal prison. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of Black people still in federal prison, and he pardons like 3 or 4, and y'all are riding with him. Please,
and he just executed like 13 straight people. It was Black men that got executed on his like killing spree. I'm about to leave killing spree. So what happened to them and what happened to those families? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a one-sided narrative, you know what I mean? It's convenient because it's a lot of these Black men. It's just like, oh, I had a friend of mine that I was locked up with say, you can't tell me one native Black person Donald Trump ever said anything bad about. He only speaks bad about Africans and Mexicans and those not indigenous to the United States of America. He's never spoke bad about an African American person. I was like, bro, ask Yusuf Salam how he feel about that shit. You get me?
I'm gonna just put this up, Farouk.
He pardoned some Black men who hate Black women. That's facts. I'm not going to debate that at all.
I'm not going to start this with y'all today. I'm not, because I know y'all going to try to come for me later. So I'm just going to be.
I want this to say right now. I'm not sitting here excusing Trump or like making him my champion. I'm just, you know what I mean. I'm just happy Kodak came home. That's all.
So he could make some more hating Black women songs.
Damn, you got me on that one.
Wow. See, the truth is revealed in 2021. I told y'all.
Got me on that one.
This is what we hope. We hope Kodak come home. We hope Kodak, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought we was prison abolitionists. We can't.
Come on,
this week in prison abolitionists.
That's that nigga right there.
There's a transformative justice process with the people he's hurt and harmed, and encourages other men to love, respect, and protect Black women, because he has been accused of some violence and some sexual assault. So we hope that he has taken this time to learn and to grow and to better himself. It's Googleable. It's Googleable.
I didn't know that.
Do your Googles.
So I can't listen to Kodak no more?
You already listen to him, so you already got it downloaded. Just hold them accountable.
We're not throwing nobody away.
I didn't know about the sexual assault.
We want to hold people accountable. We want people to bring themselves up. We're not throwing nobody away. We want to bring themselves up. You know what I'm saying? What about I thought it was also funny the fact that like Trump pardoned his man that like
whoa. Just man, they censoring us, bro. They censoring us already.
Whoa. What was that?
What happened?
Am I back?
Are you?
Kind of.
Are you here? Hello?
I don't know. What happened? We got canceled again, man. We got canceled.
Can y'all hear me?
It's like mad pixelated. Yeah.
Oh, no. They didn't hack this.
You can't see me.
Sound like Bane.
What a wonderful voice. Oh, shit.
RoboCop sound. That's
okay. Now let's get into it, first of all.
Well, what is Joe Biden going to do? Y'all got the answer. Nigga, do you? Did you have an answer?
We're not fighting with people in the comments, okay?
I don't know why everybody's expecting us to like choose a presidential candidate and support him. It's like
all
we doing.
Politicians are trash. We've said this before. All politicians are trash. It's up to the people to do the work through community building, organizing, and mutual aid. Some politicians are just less harmful than others. And obviously, for us as Black people, queer people, Muslim people, disabled people, Trump was a little too violent, a little too racist, a little too harmful than what Biden was. So that's why people ran out and voted for Biden. Nobody thinks Biden's a savior. Nobody thinks Biden is going to up here help us, free us, liberate us. We just think that he's less harmful than the other guy. That's all it is.
That's all it is. I don't know why these niggas be going so hard for Trump though. I really don't get it, man.
I don't think. I hopefully I sound regular now. But I don't think
Yeah.
he's going hard for Trump. I think it's a thing of like, and because I mean the difference is like we actually had a conversation in pre-production where we were like, what's Trump's most racist moment? And we really had to think like this is how wild this nigga is. That like we had to say like, yo, like so let's address this because so when you say y'all voted without an agenda, and so that's actually not the case. I mean, we like openly discussed what the agenda was, what people's priorities was. It's people talking about this first 100 days and how to hold Biden accountable. So it was a lot of agenda. Now, if you didn't, I mean, we seen Ice Cube's agenda, like what I mean. But like, if you didn't see the agenda that folks were building on, I mean, this definitely is an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not. But like Miracle said, we're not up here talking about white supremacy's gone, white supremacy's over, and we're not up here about to like lay in the hammock like we done completed our work. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's more because we got to hold folks accountable to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, if you're going to negotiate with somebody, or you're going to negotiate with somebody who is just going to be like hell no to anything progressive, or somebody that you at least got a chance with. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And somebody, like I said, when I was thinking about Trump's most racist moment, I actually saw the clip. Do you remember when after Puerto Rico suffered that hurricane?
Throwing the toilet paper at him,
and like Trump was like throwing like paper towels, and I was just like, this gotta be at least in the top 10 most racist moments. Do y'all have a moment like most white supremacist moment in the Trump presidency?
The Muslim ban.
Oh, is that why you wearing this shit?
I mean, I just threw this on today, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's just kind of what. Yeah, I mean, the Muslim ban. I thought when he was making fun of disabled people, I thought that was pretty fucking deplorable. Like we just let that one. That let me know once he walked away from that, he was undoubtedly 1000% winning the election. I'm like, if they let that slide on national television, come on, like. But he did so much. Like he said so much anti-black. Coded language. Baltimore is a shithole city. Miracle, I'm gonna throw you some alley-oops on this one because can we have to talk about grab her by the pussy? Like
telling Proud Boys to stand by. Somebody said.
We'll argue you down that because he said grab him by the pussy, that is why he got elected, and I will stand on that every single day because people wanted that power and that privilege that they assumed that Trump had, and that's what they kept saying. We want a businessman. We want somebody who tells it like it is, and like nothing happens. They wanted that Teflon Don because they themselves are like untapped millionaires. And so when they become famous or when they become rich, they're going to be out here doing and acting the same way that he did. And that's what got him elected. Like literally that's changed everything because nobody came out and was like, oh my gosh, in the age of Me Too, this guy who's like, hey, sexual exploitation and coercion happens when you get rich and famous, and he still gets elected because that's
I just grab him and kiss him. Like he was like no consent, but like you said, it's like that you're right. That's like the American dream for a lot for particularly like for a lot of men, that you can just roll up and you're so famous, you're so beloved, or you have so much power that you can just run up and kiss some woman or grab some woman, and she doesn't have any agency over herself. And like you said, and he's running against a woman, and it's like, oh, that we want that power, we want that prestige. So I had never heard anybody say that. That's super, super interesting. I mean, you had last week Trump just told people that ran up in the Capitol, we love you. You know what I'm saying? That was like last week. I mean, that he was saying, he didn't say, stop everything, like this is a violation. He was like, love you, you know what I'm saying? So absolutely.
Kung Flu got to be up there. Mexico doesn't do nothing but bring drug dealers and rapists. That gotta be up there. You know what I mean?
Build the wall. When he said build the wall, that's when I started getting like concerned. I'm like, whoa,
man. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but that was his. I don't know what statement I need to qualify. I don't know what I said. I'm lost. What did I say that I need to qualify, Miracle?
The statement about that's what men want.
Oh,
Come on, One Hood Media chat person, aka Celeste. That's that toxic masculinity mentality. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, Keisha. That's what I was speaking of. Okay, right.
But I mean,
that's the dream, right? The dream of
it,
American men. See the quotations you put around it.
Mhm.
That's exact. See. Now we talking. It wasn't that funny, Miracle. Miracle crying. Why you crying? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm lost.
They're gonna be banned for like 2 weeks. They'll be grounded. Nobody's gonna see.
I'm gonna be locked in the basement. I'm not gonna be able to go upstairs. I'm gonna have to stay in the basement. Put a little cot down here. I don't even know where we at. Are we still on most races?
But yeah, I would say, I think we talked about earlier, like for me, it was when he said, like, Black people, what do you have to lose? When he was running. And then apparently it was our job, our health. Like Black people have been disproportionately impacted by COVID-19, by his lack of having an inclusive economic policy, by his terrible housing policy. He had Ben Carson come up here and basically devastate a lot of public housing and HUD programs, a whole bunch of stuff that like basically just really hurt Black people. And so for him to be like, just try it out and see. To me, that was like a signal was super racist because he didn't even put a policy together for Black folks. He was just like, either you're all rise or you're all sink, and you're already low, so you're just lower.
I mean that
very well put.
Even calling his plan for Black people the platinum plan. Like come on.
My car got platinum on the back of it.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's just like. Come on, you talk about like trying to pander to some Black people. I mean, come on, man. But you're absolutely right. Like, what have you got to lose? Like, you're already in the ghetto with roaches and rats. Like, what have you got to lose? I mean, but that's that attitude. That's kind of like that rich white attitude. But, unfortunately, white supremacy is still going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Even though Trump's gone. We're seeing a lot of these, Capitol rioters getting arrested. We saw it was a lady from Harrisburg that went in and stole Nancy Pelosi's computer and I guess tried to sell it to some Russians. That's
wild.
Oh yeah, that's super wild. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think I'm kind of a lot of.
How did she have who did she hit up? Did she just like link a man like Dimitri and just like like yo, listen, I got some borscht and I got some Russian doll and a computer. Like what is this, like some Lord of War negotiation type shit? Like what is this, man?
Hey, to me, what's so interesting is like one of the stories that came out that kind of went under the radar was that it was a foreign payment came through for a lot of these people that planned the Capitol riots via Bitcoin right before the riot went down. You know what I'm saying? And so that was actually a reported story. If you like Google. Like that, a lot of these people that help organize. So like, we don't know what foreign piece was it. And if you watch the young woman that actually stole Nancy Pelosi's computer, there's video of her in the Capitol. She's directing people to Nancy Pelosi's office. She's like, no, we got to go left, this way, we got to go this way. Like she's in charge. She's not somebody that just was like waiting in the corner and maybe seen an opportunity. You literally see her like waving people on, like, no, go this way. And so we don't know. I mean, I think this is what they're looking at there right now. They're looking at the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, and the 3%ers as the three groups that kind of help to organize this. And we'll see if, some charges are pending. But I mean, already like a lot of.
Did you say 3%ers?
The 3%ers, yes. Not the
is that the white version of a 5%? I'm about to say, like, what? Like, is it really?
White people can't bring up their own shit. Like, they are not creative. They just have to colonize.
So whack, man.
Literally colonize.
My first time ever hearing this shit.
3%.
It was like, oh, y'all 5%? Well, guess what, nigga? We're even more exclusive.
Is it because they just one shade darker than 2% milk? Is that what they're trying to say? Like I don't get it.
Hey,
I don't get it, man.
I don't know where the name came from, but that's kind of hilarious.
Mayonnaise.
We're so canceled. But this is why people need to watch Judas and the Black Messiah.
Talk about that.
they're gonna find out all those foreign payments were the FBI and the CIA who was like, your asses are going to jail, and they're just going to be in prison because they got set up. That's why I tell y'all, stay off the internet. Any person who try to out here pay you to go shoot somebody or join some stuff, y'all go into prison, and it's just
right. I mean, and you had like, I guess these folks were using Parler. I guess they were thinking like, I don't know what made them think this Parler white supremacist Twitter was some secure site, because somebody went in and just took all the videos, and like literally you can go on a site and see all the videos that these people posted in chronological order, selfies at the Capitol, all of these things. And so like you said, go ahead.
I was watching Django on Martin Luther King Day because I felt that's what he wanted us to do, and and that scene where they're organizing with the mask with the holes too small, where they're trying to kill Django and King Schultz. That's what I imagine it being like. It's like they just took the hoods off and they're like, you know what? I can't see, you can't see. Fuck it, let's just go do it because we're all white and we're gonna get away with it.
But at the same time, you're seeing like, you know, it was the dude that had the Camp Auschwitz shirt on. He's out of prison. Like a lot of these dudes are out of prison already.
And that's what I'm saying. They white like they are and like, you know, if Kyle Rittenhouse is out, right? If the officers who murdered George Floyd are out, if the officers that murdered Breonna Taylor are out, if George Zimmerman walking around, if Michael Rosfeld was able to walk around, if the officers that killed Sean Bell were able to just walk out, Amadeo Diallo, what makes you think these people were going to be treated any different, right? If not better. Not better.
You know what's interesting about what you just said is the do we want to talk about the case with the shooters of Ahmaud Arbery? Because he tried to use that as like the reason why they should be offered bond, essentially. He's like, all these cops in these high profile cases are getting off, they're walking out. So why can't my client get offered bond? He's like, can a white American get? It's like, damn, like
that's a valid statement. That's a valid statement.
I mean, we just saw a protest in New York City where one of the cops pulled a gun on the protesters because they told him, like, put your mask on. This is after the NYPD was exposed for, you know, for the brutal actions that they did during the month of the protest. The Attorney General of New York says she's suing the NYPD for how they treated protesters this summer, and yet they still, like, you know, there was none of that Capitol Police welcome here energy. I mean, it was literally the opposite. And so I think that's part of the real question, I think, what we go to, because, you know, like we found out, you know, it was a lot of ex-cops at the Capitol. It was a lot of current military people. Not ex-cops, but off-duty cops and military. There was somebody took a video of the sheriff, and he had the 3% badge on his thing as the sheriff. And so we just had a situation where they had to literally vet the National Guard because there was a question as to whether the National Guard were white supremacists. Like, they had to make sure, like, that the National Guard wouldn't pull no, you ain't swearing in, Trump's still our president coup, like the coup that just happened a week earlier. That's how wild this shit is. You know what I'm saying?
It's levels, man. It's Miracle look tight. Miracle look tight.
No, I wanted to be like,
I'm gonna say what?
Well, that guy was walking, he was like the ghetto, like a ratatata. Because it really, really is. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of us are surprised that white supremacy is allowing these people to have justice delayed. That's what it's supposed to do until it doesn't, right? So all of these people are like, we stormed the Capitol, we committed all these federal charges, but
for
it's
the president.
Okay.
For the president.
But it's okay because he's going to pardon us. And now they're like Joe Exotic, just having to face the reality of they may have messed up the rest of their lives because they're facing these serious charges of sedition, of terrorism. And if this investigation goes forward and Kamala the cop pops up, they're going to prison, like to jail.
I hope she does. I really hope.
They were stupid.
Kamala, tie them Converse tight and put a foot in all their backsides for real. Put the foot in their ass for real. What was you saying?
What's your question?
You think Carol Baskin had her husband fed to the tigers?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I really do.
Yeah,
The tigers, the pigs. But sometimes, you just gotta, you make a mistake, you marry the wrong person, and you just gotta move on. So stuff happens.
It's probably cheaper than an annulment.
You gotta
So
cover oil. You gotta cover
what David said. Imagine if you were Joe Exotic. I was literally just sitting here thinking, like, bro.
Joe Exotic.
Imagine, bro.
Tight. Like, yo, he was. I know he had to be tight. Because I remember thinking, you gonna get out today. I'm like, yeah, you pack up your bunk. You get me? Like, you know what I mean? You already chatting to who you gonna give your sandals to, who's gonna get the rest of your commissary, who will get Joe Exotic sitting there like, I'm getting out.
Farouk, not only that, but you thinking like, he's already like more famous than he's ever been because of Netflix. So like you got all this fame, but you in prison, you can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So like now you're gonna come out of jail, you gotta get stopped in the limo.
What if he started slapping niggas in jail like the Three Stooges? Like, what if he was really out here on some get bad time? Like, I'm gone.
Like, I'm gonna pay him back next week. I'll put all this money on your books. You've been looking out for me. Yeah, but I think it also shows you how messed up our judicial system is that you could literally believe you're getting out, and then a person can just like change their mind. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous
who gave him the idea that he was getting out? Like this, someone in communication.
Trump had a whole lot of people. They thought Assange was coming home. They thought the other guy who does WikiLeaks was coming out. People thought Larry Hoover was coming out. Like the Trump administration was having meetings, was talking to folks, all type of stuff. But it shows you, like with white supremacy, it uses you until it doesn't need you anymore. When all this stuff was happening, it was all in the news. The Senate. It went away. It was like nothing. Yep. Kodak Black and Lil Wayne are going to go on tour. We're going to see 50,000 videos and all these lyric verses dropping Trump's name, like till now till Jesus comes because he done pardoned. So like he's going to get
Kodak said
get to society, all type of stuff.
Kodak dissed Trump,
but we forgot about this though. Maybe Joe Exotic's check bounce because remember, like. There's an investigation right now about people paying for the Trump administration for pardons. You know what I'm saying? There was supposedly somebody overheard a conversation that said $2 million for the pardon. So maybe Joe Exotic was on some I only got this 400,000. Can I still get this?
Some tigers. I got 3 million worth of tigers.
But I know he's sick because he thought he was gonna come out. Done.
I'm funny.
I know he's sick. He's sick right now.
You gotta be tight, man.
And Carol Baskin is having a great day.
Oh, she probably drunk as fuck. Right? Carol Baskin's lit right now. Carol Baskin is lit right now. She's like, fuck that. She probably playing hit him up. First off, fuck your bitch.
Oh, damn. I just can't believe she's still out, bro. That's just wild to me.
Yo,
I mean, there's no proof of anything.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody.
Right.
She fed that nigga the tigers, bro. She fed that nigga the tigers, bro. Ain't gonna be no action.
That's why you feed him to the tiger. Ain't no evidence. Where the body at, Trouble?
Allegedly, it's the pigs, but it's different.
Allegedly, the pigs, yeah, allegedly. Silence of the Lambs, they do that shit, man, yeah.
Because they eat allegedly the bones too.
Is that Southern Justice Miracle?
Now we watching Discovery Channel. That's what he's saying.
Oh man, this is fun. We on one today. We are on one today.
I mean,
if you get caught, don't blame me.
Let me ask you this: I got an email today, and someone actually opened the email up with "Happy Inauguration Day." I didn't know how to respond to that.
I mean, I think and that's where I get scared. I get scared by the white people that feel like, oh, we can just go back to normal now. Everything's regular now. It's like
I didn't even acknowledge the comment. I just sent the rest of my email like "Happy Inauguration Day." Like, what am I happy for?
Come on, man. We're glad that Trump is gone, but we know, like Miracle said, I mean, we got mad work to do. I mean, we got to push this person. So I get it, Inauguration Day, yeah. And it's like, okay, Trump's like, we get to laugh at this dude because he did all that bullshit. And what was the meme where they were like, people still like, oh, he's gonna declare martial law. No, that nigga gone, man. You know, he's gone. What's her name? Melania gone. They didn't even like greet nobody. They just left. They said Melania was like the most unpopular first lady in the history of first ladies. Good for you.
Here's what's impressive about that, right? Here's what's impressive about Melania being the most unpopular first lady. She even posed nude, and nobody still like her.
What I don't. What does that have to do with it?
Exactly. Like,
what I'm gonna say is, like, I'm very happy. It is a happy inauguration day for me personally, because all the fake allies now can go back home and and they're gonna just go away, and now we can just organize with the people who care about the issues and people who've taken up space these 4 years. We don't have to worry about them anymore. So that part, makes me happy. And the fact that we actually have substantive issues, I think that like Warnock and Ossoff talking about defunding the police, all this type of stuff, they can really use their male privilege to push people to do some things. And that's what I'm excited about. Who knows? Farouk, let's not get all the way canceled today.
It is kind of funny.
How whack you gotta be for no one to care that you in Playboy? That's all I'm saying. How whack you gotta be?
I mean, that is a valid point.
She wasn't there recently, but it is kind of wild that she was a model and like nobody gave her no covers. And
she get no fashion. None of the fashion houses gave her any type of collection. The thing is, it's like, how are you the first lady and Kim Kardashian is getting more fashion covers than you, and you were a professional model. Like, they ain't showing you Vera Wang ain't giving you nothing. Like, Gucci, nothing. Donatella's not linking you. Nothing.
I did see this. I did see this.
No, what am I doing? I can't read. What I said?
It said, "Keep your hands where our eyes can see."
That is hilarious. Yeah, this show totally went off the rails. But I'm saying, like, I mean, there could be and people was saying though, like, the fact that like Trump didn't even really want to win. Like, now his like business is ruined. No one wants to do business with him. No one wants to do business with his family. Somebody was like, yo, he could have just gone on grifting. Like, quietly grifting everybody for years, doing his little TV show bullshit, getting his money, and people really wouldn't have cared. But now, like, the PGA don't want to do no business with him. He's in massive debt. He got all these lawsuits coming. I mean, Ivana and Jared didn't even want to let the Secret Service use the bathroom. I mean, like,
because they made it smell like poor people. That's why they do smell like poor people. Working class. Like,
He was giving.
It smells like six-figure salaries in here. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
But like, first of all, at the end of the day, Trump has set up multi-million-dollar deals with countries all across the globe. He doesn't need America or its money. And I think one of the most insidious parts of white supremacy is this idea that Trump was a bumbling idiot when he was a man who had a plan to literally kick Black and brown people out of this country, who used very common communication techniques to share his message, and basically was able to go through his presidency unscathed. People called him a racist. People said, oh, they don't want to work with, but everybody was in those pictures. CNN played him every single day. MSNBC played him every single day. All of his speeches, all of his rallies, everybody told him how great he is, how wonderful he was, and nobody's held him accountable. Nobody's going to hold him accountable. It's going to be the most ridiculous thing, and here his whole family just flew off. No, he's not going to jail. He's probably going to get sued. It's going to be settled out of court before the sanctity of the nation and the fear of a white supremacist outrage and mob. Nothing's going to happen to that man. Like, literally, this man told y'all for years he was a scammer. If he loses, it's because people are against him, not because he half-assed his shit. And y'all over here like petting this man's hair, rubbing this man's belly, like, oh, look at him, fat man dancing, playing all his little memes every single day. And now he's going to be able to rebrand. He's going to have a book deal. He's going to be on Netflix. He's going to be on Sirius and Spotify. He'll be fine. Everyone in that administration is going to be fine. They all have book deals. Be on Dancing with the Stars. Be like, it was a pandemic, but like it was funny, and then they'll be fine.
Yeah, that's white supremacy. White supremacy.
You know who's gonna hold Donald Trump accountable though, Miracle? God. And God is gangster. It don't get no more gangster than God. Nigga, God is
gangster. You're not gonna have me beefing with God
on this show today.
Well, I mean, I think you make a good point. I mean, it's wild to me. Even the fact that like they said when he was kicked off of social media that misinformation went down 73%, which is kind of wild when you think about it. When people like black people were saying like, yo, you got to stop this dude is spreading lies and misinformation. You got to stop it. So it will be interesting, but you're absolutely right. I mean, it'll be interesting.
And I just want to say one more thing. So I think it was like 2013, 2014, Black Lives Matter actually contacted Facebook and Twitter and said, hey, there are organizations that are pretending to be us, but are not us. And y'all need to do something about this. So back even before Trump took office, all of these tech companies knew about misinformation and disinformation and decided not to do anything about it because they wanted the analytics and the engagement. And they thought it was funny because it made their stock go up. So kicking Trump off the last week of his presidency is doing nothing. It's like literally, taking a box out to the trash when the garbage people have already emptied all the trash cans. It's nothing.
No, I mean you're right, and it's like, but Zuckerberg sat down with Trump. You know what I'm saying? And so like, they did a report. They said like these people that join these like right-wing groups, they said 64% of them join these groups because Facebook actually recommended, like Facebook's own algorithm was actually radicalizing these whites. When you say who radicalized you, Facebook's own algorithm was radicalizing these white supremacists, and they knew it. So they hire some new black guy. He's the director of so-and-so and such, but they know it. And I think that's what's so wild is it's like all this bullshit happened, and it was like we survived, we made it past Trump. But like, and this is why makes me pessimistic. It's like, nope. Will Facebook be held accountable for that? No. Will Trump and all of these people be held Papano and his bullshit? Will they all be held accountable? I mean, because people lost lives because of their all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the fact that they won't be, and we just got to be like, oh, well, he's gone now. Like somebody tweeted, we toppled a dictator. Somebody was like, by voting? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's not like Trump was carried off to prison and chains. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he gets to
like
go
Mussolini. They brought Mussolini in or something like that, or like put Rasputin in a lake. No, it's like this nigga he just didn't get re-elected. There's still another chance for him to become re-elected. And there's a very real possibility of that happening.
I don't know. Do you think it's a miracle, Trouble? Do you think it's a possibility that if this nigga ran in 2024, he would be reelected?
You're saying Ivanka wrong.
What they said?
It's not going to be him. It's going to be Ivanka. It's going to be another one of his family members.
Trump Jr. Eric.
Ivanka. It's going to be her. She's the one who's going to run. She's the one who has the least amount of damage. His sons.
But do you think she can win? Do you think Ivanka could win?
Yeah, Dita. Listen, just because it is representation, it's like, oh, look at her. She's not her father, but she was lockstep with him for everything he's done. People like whatever. And if it's not him, it's going to be somebody else who believes the same ideology. The Ted Cruz, a Holly, whatever his name is, a Cotton. It's going to be one of those folks because nothing's going to happen to these people. And until something happens, even if it's like a sanction, even if it's like, go to racist rehab for a couple of years, something like, until then, we're just going to see, and we're going to see more white supremacy manifest. And a lot of white people I saw on social media today were upset that a lot of conservatives are giving Biden the Obama treatment. Are you talking about he's a radical liberal? I don't know where. Are you talking about he's doing all this stuff? And it's like, nobody wants unity. Nobody wants to come together. They literally don't want Black and brown people in this country. So I don't understand like how you fix that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I
Trevor,
mean,
what do you think?
like
why you always
like
make me sad, Miracle.
I feel like the Biden administration would have to
Go, Trevor.
the Biden administration would have to like really fuck up for Trump to be able to win another presidency, because I feel like he would use that as like his whole campaign. Like, look, I told you guys. What did I tell you? But it's like and I don't. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, like the way this country is right now, I see Biden fucking up, but in like regular white supremacy ways that aren't gonna really be talked about too heavily in the media and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Obama was.
This is why I think about it. The only reason Trump didn't get reelected is because of COVID, right? That's the only reason he didn't get reelected, right? Biden coming in gives all these white supremacists to say, oh, these liberals are getting too powerful. Maybe more white people feel a certain type of way about it after COVID. It's like, okay, it's been 4 years. We can start getting away from COVID now. We can say these Black people don't know their places. These liberals don't know their places, and start resonating more. I honestly think, I don't think highly enough of America to not reelect Donald Trump. But we lost it. What's it?
What happened?
I don't know. I was trying to read the comment. You know, I don't read too good.
What if he? I mean, he said he's gonna start his own party. Do you see him doing something the MAGA party?
I mean, listen. Every nation has a separatist party, right? It doesn't matter how many people are in there. You know, England has it, Canada has it. You know, every quote unquote the developed nation has a separatist party. I could see that happening. He probably get more people than the Green Party.
Oh, wow. Well, so I mean, do we want to kind of wrap up? It was so much more I want to talk about. Is there something else y'all wanted to say about happy inauguration? Yeah, I'm depressed. Like, I mean, and it is wild because it's like, you know, despite all the shit that happened in these last 4 years and in this last week, it's like, just like you said, like Biden's still up there talking about like, let's come together, and it's like, yo, do you see what the like? You know what I'm saying?
Didn't
like,
you say he was on some Rodney King shit?
It's like,
let's get along.
Like
he did, which was interesting.
Yeah,
that was very
Miracle,
interesting.
if you're talking about me, you have a congresswoman that like led people around the Capitol the day before they fucking took it up. Do you think these people want to like unify? Like, and I don't know. I just wish. I'm going back to what Trouble said. Like, and I think part of it is like the theatrics got to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we have to be real. I mean, thankfully, you know, we're involved. We got elections coming up right where we live that we plan on getting involved in. But, you know, we got to be, I feel like, more serious, you know what I'm saying, about the opportunities that we have to take control of our own destiny. Because just like you said, white supremacy going white supremacy. White folks are going to look out for their own best interests. And despite all the bullshit that these white people did, like you said, Miracle, you do a little show, a little rehab. Now all of a sudden everybody done forgave you, and you can kind of live your life back. We've seen it happen time and time and time again. And yeah, it's kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
Well,
so I do want to like because like we did get real negative. I do want to focus on the poem that came out of the inauguration because that was very positive. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we could shift the energy a little bit. Can
we shift the energy? John, do you want to play a little bit from the highlight of the inauguration? You know, our sister Amanda, who did a powerful poem. Did you want to cue that up, John? I mean, it would probably shift the energy if we played that Karen video, that white lady getting arrested. That's always funny too. All right, go ahead.
And the world. We ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just is, isn't always just is. Yet the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny Black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one.
Wow. Yeah.
Super
Thank you,
powerful.
Trouble. Thank you for bringing us. I'm optimistic again.
That yellow was popping. That man.
Yes, it was.
That yellow was popping.
Passions for today were amazing.
Yeah, and she got the natural hair. I mean, be your full melanin popping. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
I seen someone had the Air Jordan 1 Dior's on. I thought that was dope. I'm like, yeah, that shit was hot. Yeah. Like they really came out today. I was like, okay, that's it.
Are they really 7,000 for on resale?
Oh, more than that. Resale for the Dior one, like 13, 14. They were up to like 25. They were up to like 25.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They retailed for 7.
Hey,
you got to pay 7 to get them just out the
store.
We're
gonna find somebody that could sew, and we're gonna make our own. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? Any last minute? I mean, it was so much white supremacy, but I did want to get into somebody calling Kyrie Irving property, and so much white supremacy that we don't have a chance to get to. We wanted to get into the Native American.
Person y'all wish LeBron was, and I need y'all to stand for Kyrie, because Kyrie out here leaving the revolution, paying for activists and organizers, got the family of George Floyd a house, and minds his business and loves his family, and wants to sage and cleanse and protect his energy. So I need y'all to stop with the Kyrie slander. I don't know, he may win a game or two, but that's like he can't, shoot and throw the ball and pass and block at the same time. But I just want to say, like, you all need to stop with the Kyrie hate. He's not weird. He's not crazy. He's just himself, and he's not property. And he has the right to create boundaries for his own personal space and time. So, like, Kyrie alone.
I thought it was hilarious that, like, I guess they had a game, and instead of being at the game, he was like on a fundraiser for the new DA in Manhattan. I was like, get your priorities straight, Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, really, what's going to affect Black people more? Whether Kyrie watches a game that he's not going to be a part of, or who's going to be the DA in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? So just like you said, but I think just like you said, we're entering an era where these brothers is like, yo, like, you're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to force me to be basketball 24/7 because that's how you feel. But for those that didn't know, it was a sports reporter that, Kyrie Irving said, I'm not property. And she was like, and it was, of course she was white. And she was like, yeah, you are property. And it's like, nah, just because I have a job somewhere, you know what I'm saying, doesn't make me owned by the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
That's just a weird rhetoric, bro. Like, what?
So anyway, do we want to go on to white pages? You got since we went from the poem, you know what I'm saying? You got our book for the week, Miracle.
It just came out, Make Me Rain by Nikki Giovanni, who is just like a wonderful, wonderful person, and just talks about everything in life and in love. And you should get to know her and her work.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Particularly, let's support, Black poems, Black poets. Art won't lead the revolution. What's our call to action this week? I kind of want to ask, tell people, like, is there a way? I don't know. How do we get people down One Hood Power? Because I feel like we have a lot of work to do coming up. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of open judgeships in Allegheny County. It's gonna be a mayoral race, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Ed Gainey announced that he was running for mayor against Peduto. So I feel like, it's a time to, like, kind of gather people that want to volunteer, that want to help. Where would somebody go if they want to get information about One Hood Power, Miracle?
Hi, so we are actually building our website in the process right now. But if you're wanting to get more involved at One Hood Power, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. the number 1 Hood Power, and you can reach us there to sign up to volunteer. If you go to our ActBlue link, just put in ActBlue and put in 1 Hood Power, you can make a tax deductible donation to the 1 Hood Power organizing and education fund. For this year, we're going to be doing a lot of work in the community, working with impacted people, hiring a lot of individuals, just to educate people about the electoral process. We're hopefully going to be running a couple of campaigns to change some laws in the criminal justice arena, and we can only do so as a nonprofit with your financial support and contribution. So if you have your stimulus, you don't need it. If you have your tax refund, you don't need it. If you got a couple of extra dollars, even just like $5 a month, you can donate it to 1 Hood Power, and we'll be forever and eternally grateful.
Appreciate that. Anything else? Any last words? Obviously, we'll be back next week.
Reject white supremacy. That's all I'm going to say.
When can we get the hoodies? Where can we get the hoodies, Trouble?
Coming very soon. Keep
Okay,
your
that's
eyes
Trouble. That's the Trouble brand. I guess Farouk went to use the bathroom. Hopefully, he don't have no pictures of Melania in there. All right, so.
Oh.
We're gonna wrap.
Oh gosh. Oh, wait. Hold up. Like, what if people have questions about the vaccine or the flu or like COVID? I believe tomorrow at 7 p.m. it's Ask a Black Doctor here. Right? Yeah, tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So we're going to be
frozen on this.
It happens some days, but if you come over back here, same place, same channel, you can learn about Ask a Black Doctor, ask some questions about the vaccine and COVID-19. If you like hearing me talk about Kyrie, I'm at 6 o'clock tomorrow on Clubhouse. I'll be talking about media and mental health, sports media and mental health. And then, do y'all have Blacklight this week?
We do have Blacklight. Blacklight is 6 o'clock on Friday with, we interview and highlight artists, activists. We have Alasia from 1 Hood, Farouk Al-Saeed. Maybe he'll be back by then, but he'll be back. He'll be hosting that. But yeah, just about Ask a Black Doctor. 2 of the doctors have gotten the vaccine. I don't know if you said that. My internet kind of acted up. So 2 of the doctors have gotten both shots of the vaccine. So if you do have questions about how the vaccine affected them, what were some of the side effects, you can directly ask these doctors. We'll be going to that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Until next week, y'all. We will see y'all. All right. Did you want to say something, Farouk? Oh, peace. All right.
Wear a mask.
Yep. Wear your mask.
Stay strapped up.
By example.
Wear a mask.
Well, y'all, peace.
That means 2 things.
Can we just leave?
Can we just get this off?